Hi guys, I'm back with another Car Chronicles, and I just want to talk about basically putting God first and what that means. And for me, what it means is, spending time with God, actually going to God as your first source, okay? Because He knows the beginning, the middle, and the end. People try to help you out and things like that, but God knows everything, He knows what you're going to be doing 2 weeks from now at this current time, that type of thing. So what I've been doing with my relationship with God is just, spending more time in the Word, spending more time talking to Him. Just be careful not doing all the talking and wait to hear what He has to say because He'll speak to you. Regardless of your situation, regardless of how many times you've been to church, the last time you talked to God, God will speak to you. He speaks to you on a regular basis. A lot of times we say it's our intuition and things like that, but to me, it's God. And so I just been developing that with Him and I saw a change in my life. I used to have really bad anxiety before. And the more I started just staying on the Word and staying on the Word and staying on the Word. And again, this is not an abracadabra. This is something that you have to build. An athlete builds up their strength. When they're going to the gym and they're lifting weights and they're changing how they eat and changing how they think, they're building, 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 building. And that's what being closer to God does. It builds your confidence. If you're somebody that's just has poor confidence, you spend time with God for real in the Word and things like that, you'll see that grow. You'll see that grow. You're the type of person that people can just push you around and handle you and do all kind of things to you. God will build you up and handle those situations and tell you what to do. Say something, don't say something, walk away, whatever the case may be. And I just thank God for just getting closer to Him and building things with Him. When I mess up, when I miss the mark, I'm not a bad person. Yeah, maybe I should have thought about that before. Maybe I should have got more information about that. But it's nothing too hard for Him. And I know He'll help me out in any situation that I'm in, And like I said, I used to have bad anxiety. And the more I started applying that anxiety was applying pressure to my life, which is the enemy. So I had to, it was my responsibility in getting closer to God to apply the pressure to Him, which is the Word of God. Remember, the Word of God is your ammunition. And that's how, and once you get it down in you, you'll start hearing God. When you start drawing closer to God, you'll hear from Him better. You'll hear from Him deeper. Sometimes a lot of things be going through our head, and we're like, is that God? Or is that this? Or is that that? Is that this, that, and the third? But the deeper you get with God, I feel like clearer you'll hear His voice. That's God. No, that ain't God. That type of thing. So you have to spend some time in the Word, sometimes, and even if you have not just start today with some affirmations, start today, start somewhere and be consistent about it. When you first get up in the morning, my thing, sometimes I fall off of it. My thing is that I always have my devotion books like by my bed. So I'll do my Joyce Myers devotion in the morning. And then we have affirmations that I do. We do it, my pastor and stuff like that. I try to stay on it. Throughout the day, I'm speaking in tongues. Throughout the day, I'm saying His word. You know what I'm saying? God, help lead me and guide me. Give me the wisdom. And then I follow through. Don't let my flesh get involved. Okay, why you got me doing this? Like when I was doing Car Chronicles, there were times I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I want to post that or what is somebody's going to say. I get that out of my mind because He gave me the idea in the heart. So I just want to go full force for Him and not have fear. And getting closer to God, you'll learn how to control fear. You'll learn how to control doubt, which is the Word of God. When it rises up, you got to fight back. You got to open your mouth, and getting closer to God, that teaches you that. It doesn't have to be a 12-hour session. Sometimes you're going to be talking to God for 10 minutes. I talk to God all day long, you know what I mean? And things like that. But just start somewhere. Start getting closer to God. Start making Him a priority. He made you a priority when He sent His only begotten Son to Calvary. So you can make Him a priority in your life. So go forward, make God first, and watch your life change. Until next time, bye.